My vehicle is running, but it is parked. The brakes are set. This is where I delivered my little coils and that right there. That's my 1 o'clock appointment, and it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, that's how good this day is going to be. Woo! All right, 2 minutes later, I've arrived at my next pickup. If you stare through this electrical, see, in my old age, I forget words. And I can't remember. But anyway, all that electrical stuff, you see a building on the other side. That's where I was. A big white building in the background. And I'm going to wait here. I'm going to put 6 pieces of wood on my deck and then wait for them to call me and most likely I'll be checking in around 11:59 because that's 1 hour early to my 1 o'clock appointment. I know it's 12, but I start calling at 11:59 because I like to get the jump on the gun. Anyway, typically the way this works is you, sorry I'm zoomed in, go through the gatehouse, they give you paperwork, and you proceed back. I'm not sure exactly what I'm picking up here. My work assignment doesn't necessarily tell me. I'll be watching these trucks as they pull out to see what kind of stuff they got. But with 6 pieces of dunnage on the deck, it leads me, and I don't have to tarp, it leads me to believe I'm getting like steel I-beams, things like that. And at least that's what I think. I have no idea. It could be some kind of steel bar as well. All I know is I don't have to tarp. And that makes me happy. So now I got to figure out what to do for another 4 hours. And so I'll watch some movies.
You have 5 hours.
Let's see. I have 11 hours and 56 minutes to go. What I'll do is I'll put in my delivery address. It's like 400 miles away, and see how long it's going to take me to get there. It's like 8-hour drive, maybe less. Hey. So I won't quite. They do have overnight parking there, but I doubt I'll make it unless they call me in early, which could be a possibility if I'm just sitting here, the only truck, and they're not checking anybody in if it's available. They have. Companies like this have done that before. I've been to places where it says, hey, your appointment's, 4 hours from now. And I show up and there's still 3 hours to go. They'll call out and say, hey, who's waiting to come in? And they'll say, yeah, just come on in. So, not saying that's going to happen this time, but I can always cross my fingers. That's it for now. I'm gonna go put 6 pieces of wood on my deck, and then get in here and cool off. The thing I hate about humid weather, especially humid weather, is my clothes. If you ever jumped in a pool fully clothed and then get out and you're like, man, it's hard to walk. It's hard to adjust your limbs because the added resistance of the fabric is pulling against your limbs in whatever direction they want to go. So that's the way I feel right now. It's like moving chains back to my bulkhead. I was like, oh, this is horrendous. So it'll be good once this is finally done that I could just drive for 8 hours and air conditioning, and I'm heading north, so thank goodness. So if you read that time correctly, it's 9:56 and I am in position to be loaded. I just waited until there was like no truck activity whatsoever going in or out of the gate. So I figured, and I saw the forklifts just sitting over here, so I put in a radio call to the guardhouse just to see if I could check in now, or did she want me to wait? She said, come on in. It's better than waiting until 12. So I cut off 2 hours. I might actually get there today because it's like 7 hours away. I do have to stop and get fuel and still get loaded, so let's see how much time I got left. I got 10 hours on my 14-hour clock, so I'm going to get there tonight, which is great. They have overnight parking, so I can drop off first thing in the morning and start my clock when I start to unload, thereby giving me the most time possible to get whatever load I'm picking up Friday and get home, which would be awesome. But, you know, like all occasions, Murphy's Law likes to come into effect in truck driving big time. And if there's a way to mess it up, I'll probably find a way to do it. But it's all good. It started, I mean, the clouds came in and it started raining. It's not raining right now, thank goodness. But yeah, if I can get this loaded and get it chained down, they want me to do 4 to 6 chains. 4 will cover it, but depending on how this load is actually configured, I still don't know what I got, because I drove straight from the guard shack here, and I didn't really understand the paperwork, because that's often the case that sometimes at these places the loaders know what you're getting. But I have the 6 boards on my trailer. If they need more or less, then I will remove them. All I know is I'm getting 47,500 pounds worth of steel bars. And I've seen round bars come out of here. I've seen square bars come out of here. It's tough to say. But they do request that I do what we call the belly wrap on the front and the back with a couple of straps, and then chain the rest and use rubberized edge protection. We're not allowed to get on top of the trailer. So if no vertical blocks, bulkhead required. I don't know if I even have enough lumber left to do a bulkhead, so I'll have to see how this is done, and then I'll figure something out. So we'll go from there. So it looks like it's, and I don't have to tarp it, which is great. So I could just chain it, secure it, and go. I'm excited. I was kind of disappointed about today, but things are kind of looking up. I don't care how bad the weather is. This next segment you're about to see is me securing my load. And I guess this is sort of a disclaimer. I just want people to know this. I'm not trying to demonstrate the best way to do things. I just for information purposes, people have requested to see this kind of thing. So I'm not saying this is the best way. I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm just saying it's the way I do it. So anyway, enough said. Slightly different. Square tubes, square bar. a good chain thrower. I'm usually a walker on top of my product. Oh, come on. Confidence. legs are asleep. Legs are asleep. Here, I thought I waited for all the noises to stop, but it continues on for quite a while. Anyway, I've traveled, 420 miles since I've refueled, and I'm getting 8 miles to the gallon. Now I can turn it off.
You have 0 hours and 54 minutes of remaining drive time.
So I still have 54 minutes, and I think it's like 8 o'clock here. It's a booming operation. I mean, there's just so much activity here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. Yeah, this is near Hillsdale, Indiana. And my directions say that they allow you to park here. In fact, they gave me a gate code. There's a gate, like, you know, a mile that way, and put in my code. It let me in, and it even had a little map of there's a few. This is like a big industrial park. I mean, as you can see, all these buildings are some kind of business inside this park, and I'm here for this one. You can kind of tell because they have on the ground what I have on my truck. I put what we call belly wraps on the front and back, and I put my... I've never had to do a load kind of like this before, so when I came to what to do with the chains, this is what I came up with, was just the bungees. I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but I just wanted to secure the excess chain to keep it from flopping around. Even if, if this chain was not secured, if it came loose for some reason, it'd only hang like, 6 inches or so. But then you've got this longer one that would almost touch the bottom of the box, but still not touch the road. But I secured them all with bungees. Used rubberized edge protection on the binding part of the chain so it doesn't mark up these flies. Man, it means I can't have a picnic tonight. So, yeah, that's about it. Dark clouds overhead. Holy cow. There are some insects out here. Yeah, it looks ominous. But, yeah, nothing so far. And I don't care. I like it when it rains. We still got some time before the sun sets. And I'm assuming they open up at 8 a.m. tomorrow. The reason I say that is because that's when I'm scheduled to unload, is between 8 and 3:30. So once I get done unloading me, I'm hoping that even before... I hate mosquitoes, and apparently this is Mosquito City. One just flew in my mouth. So I won't be spending much time outside here. It looks like the ground is quite saturated. But that's it. I'll undo all this stuff in the morning because obviously mosquito season says don't do it right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what direction the clouds are actually... Well, actually, they're heading off in that direction, so... pretty soon I think it'll be just nothing but clear sunny skies until the sun sets. I bet you I'll see stars tonight. If I look out the window, which I won't, I just close the curtains. I'm going to have to shake myself off of the bugs before I get in the truck. Yep, that's it. 8 miles to the gallon. I think it's the low drag of this load. 47,000. It's still 47,500 pounds worth of steel, but based on how it's set up, it does well for me. Anyway, till tomorrow, we'll see what Friday brings.